Join in, guys. Let's talk about the high rate of suicide, especially in Japan. Come on, guys, please join. Let me share. Let me share the live video. Let me share. Let me share. Hello, guys, please join in. Let's talk about suicide, especially in Japan. Let's talk about suicide, especially in Japan. Hello, guys, please, if you join in, indicate. Let me see your comment. I'm also trying to share. Hello, guys, please join in. Let's talk about the high rate of suicide in our society today, especially in Japan. There is high rate of suicide in Japan that I don't really know what to say, sincerely. If you are living in Japan and you are not careful, one day you might take up your own life, because there is too much um there's the suicidal thought in this Japan is like, I don't know, it's too high. Every day you read in the news, people are taking their own life. It's not easy, sincerely. It's not really easy. So I want us to talk about it. High rate of suicide in Japan. Please, guys, support me. Come online. Let's talk about suicidal thought in the society, in the world today, especially in Japan. The level of suicide in Japan is too much. I think like Japan is topping the league when it comes to suicide. People taking their own life each and every day. It is too much in Japan. So I want us to talk about it. Guys, please join. Support your girl. Let's talk about the high rate of suicide in the world, especially Japan. I read a story that I want us to talk about it. I want to share with you people. A story I read online. Guys, please join.
No.
Please join the live, please. Join the live, please. Please join the live. Join the live, please. Join the live. Join. Let's talk about suicidal thoughts. I'm also trying to share the video. The rate of suicide in the world today is alarming, especially in Japan. I read a news yesterday. Is it yesterday or last 2 days about a young girl coming online. It's like there is a site in Japan. If you want to commit suicide, you just need to go to that site. You indicate you want to commit suicide. You comment and they will help you to easily take your own life, to easily kill yourself. Can you imagine that? So I really want us to share the story. Yeah, because the level of suicide in Japan is too much. Every day you go into the news, somebody has killed himself, somebody has killed a wife, and so on and so forth, killed the husband, a son killing the mother, a daughter killing the parent or the father. It is too much. The level of suicide in Japan is so high. It's like the spirit is touching even the foreigners. A lot of foreigners have taken their own life. So when I read this news yesterday online, I decided to share with you people. Yeah, this is what actually happened. A young girl came online. There is a site in Japan that if you want to commit suicide, you just come to the site, you comment, and somebody will help you on how to commit suicide. It's funny. It's funny how people can create a site to be helping people to commit suicide. If you go on Google, you will see that Japan is among the one of the highest country that people commit suicide. Yeah, even though the foreigners living in this country, if we were not prayerful, it is not easy. A lot of Ghanaians, Nigerians are taking their own life. Hello guys, I'm also trying to share the video. I'm also trying to share. Please, if you join, please indicate. Indicate if you join, please. If you join, indicate. Let me see your comment. 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 Please. If you join the live video, please indicate. Let's talk about the level of suicide in our society today, in the world. How people take their own life. Yeah. As I earlier said, there's this story that I want us to talk about it, or I want us to share. A young man helped a junior high school girl to commit suicide here in Japan. This happened just last few days. I read the news yesterday while going to work in the morning, and I decided to share with you people. Let's talk about the high level of suicide. Let's talk about the high level of suicide in Japan and the world at large, because I believe it's not only in Japan that people commit suicide. Yeah, but the level of suicide in Japan is way too much, I think, as compared to other countries. Yeah. So this is what actually happened. A young girl came to the suicide site, because there is a site for it that in case you want to commit suicide, you just go there and comment, and someone will help you on how to commit suicide or how to take your own life. So this is what happened. A young girl came online to the site. She indicated she wanted to commit suicide, and a young man, she started talking with a young man. The young man agreed to help her to commit suicide. Yeah. So they have been talking for quite some time, Later on, they agreed upon meeting. They had a meeting, about 3 or 4 meetings, and they fixed a day that the young man will help the young girl to commit suicide. And the young man had to take the young girl to a high place and ask her to jump into the rivers. So the girl had to jump into water, and she died. And how did they get to know this story? After a while, couple of days, the young girl's parents started looking for her. They couldn't see their daughter, so they had to report the case to the police. So it was the police people that started investigating, and it's like they had to check the camera home, and they discovered the girl with the boy. That is how they started tracing this particular guy. They had to trace the guy until they got to him. And there is one thing about these Japanese people, they don't tell lies. The guy didn't refuse. He said that he helped the girl to commit suicide, and that he has helped a lot of people. Can you imagine that there is a site that he has multiple accounts? If you want to commit suicide, you just come there and they will help you. So when I saw this news yesterday online, I was like, mad. Can you imagine? It's like life doesn't matter to these people. Life is nothing to these people, these Japanese people. I was so surprised. Guys, I'm sorry I'm concentrating on my phone because I'm sharing the videos. I'm sharing the live. Sorry. I also want to share. Hello guys, welcome. Please, if you join the live, please indicate. Let's talk about the high level of suicide in Japan. in the world at large. Yeah, it's precisely in Japan because the rate of suicide in Japan is way too much, maybe as compared to other countries. Yeah. So as I earlier said, I read this news yesterday online on how a man, a 29 years old man, helped a junior high school girl to commit suicide. Can you imagine that? A 29 years old man helps a junior high school girl to commit suicide. Thank you, my sis, for joining. Thank you. Thank you, Favor. I really appreciate your coming. I really do appreciate. So this is what we are going to talk about today. Um, the high rate of suicide in the world, especially in Japan. Japan is one of the highest countries that when it comes to suicide, a lot of people commit suicide here in Japan on daily basis. If you go to Japan news today and you go under crime, suicide, killing, daughter killing the mother, wife killing the husband, husband killing the wife, it is too much. It is too much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading something on my phone. So, guys, yeah, that is it. So this is what happened. There is a site here in Japan for suicide. If you want to commit suicide, just go to that site and you comment you want to commit suicide. Somebody will help you. That is how bad it is. That is how desperate. That is how risky Japanese people are. Yeah, if I tell you that there's the level of suicide in this country is not easy. It is so high. If God doesn't help, even the foreigners, a lot of Ghanaians have taken away their life in this country. Yeah. So this girl went to that suicidal site. She commented she wanted to take her own life. A junior high school girl, it means that child should be at least maybe 12 to 14 years. So as she commented that she wanted to commit suicide, somebody opted to help her immediately. A 29 years old opted man had opted. So they started talking. They exchanged contact. They met about 2 or 3 times until they had to fix a date that they will meet so he could help that girl, that child, to commit suicide. So they fixed a day. That was on the 24th of October that they fixed a date. They met. This 29 years old man had to take that girl into on a high mountain and ask the girl to jump down. The girl had to jump inside water and she died. So after a few days, the parents started looking for that girl, for their child. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy's Corner Finland, for joining. My sis, I really appreciate your coming. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Mama. Yes. I'm sorry for the kids. You know, to be a mother is not easy. Please, guys, give me a few minutes. Let me come. Just a few minutes. I'll be there. A few minutes, guys. A few minutes, guys. It's okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm back. So, after a few days, the parents started looking for her. And normally, we are living in a developed country that you cannot, like, let me fix the camera. I was holding my camera, so the parents of the girl started looking for her. After a few, they had to report the case to the police. So the police started investigating. They had to check the home camera, and they discovered the girl with a certain man. They started investigating. They had to trace this 29 years old man. So after tracing him, there is one thing with these Japanese people: they don't tell lies. If they do something, they will tell you they have done it. So they had to trace this man and they arrested him. They had to interrogate him. After interrogation, he accepted that he helped the junior high school girl to commit suicide. Can you imagine that? Myself, I'm living in this country. At times, I feel so sad with the type of news that we read every day online. There is too there's the level of suicide in this country is way too much. Sincerely, there's one Ghanaian that also jumped into the river and died. Can you imagine? I was like, it has started affecting even foreigners. So when I read this news yesterday while on train, I was like, oh my God, can you imagine? There is a suicidal site that if you want to commit suicide, you just go and comment, I want to commit suicide, and somebody will opt to help you to commit suicide. I'm telling you, my sister Tracy Corner, oh my God, it's something too sad and even unbelievable. I can't just sit like, I feel like taking my own life. I imagine a junior high school girl. Child should be at least 14 years or maybe 16 years max. And a child will be willing to take her own life. What is stressing you, or what is, I know children also have their own thing disturbing them, but not to the extent of taking your own life. And there is a site here in Japan that if you want to take your life, if you want to commit suicide, just go there and comment, and somebody will help you. So this child just went to that site. She commented, I want to commit suicide, and immediately somebody opted to help her commit suicide. Can you imagine? And they started talking. They met about 2 or 3 times until they had to fix a date that they will help the child will finally take her own life. Can you imagine? So they had to fix a date now. They met, and the 29 years old man, they even put it that an unemployed Japanese 29 years old man helped a junior high school girl to commit suicide. I'm telling you, wonder, sincerely, and I really wonder, my sister. So she took the man that took that child to that girl to at the top of the hill, and water was rolling down, and he asked the lady to jump inside the water. The girl jumped, and that was all. So after a few days, the parents started looking for her. They looked for her for quite some time. They reported the case to the police, and after they started searching the cameras, they discovered the lady and a certain man. So they started following it up. We are in a developed country, everything is possible. No matter how long it takes, they will definitely discover. And the police people know their job so well. So they had to start tracing that man, and they had to get in contact with him. And he didn't refuse. That is the funniest part of it. The man accepted that he helped the girl to commit suicide. He himself said that he has multiple accounts that he has created with a lot of people. That there is a site. He just had to come there. Yes, baby. Okay, let me close. Okay. Say thank you. You're welcome. So that's what happened. And they had to check the phone. They saw that they have been meeting. They have met about 1 or 2 times. And that day now they had to finalize everything. He had to help the girl. The man said he has multiple accounts and he has helped a lot of people commit suicide. I shouted. Seriously, I shouted. The things are happening in this Japan. I said, if you want to hear news, you might be seeing a country is well developed, a country is making waves, but things that are happening in that country, if you don't read the news, you'll never understand. I said, if you want to hear things that are happening, just go to Japan's Today news and go under crimes. Like I read one story still on train yesterday. A 90 years old man strangled the wife, 95 years old wife. And this is how the story goes. That the 90 years old man and the wife is 95. The 95-year-old woman has been bedwetting for a long time, and the 90 years old husband has been the one taking care of her. And the wife asked the husband to kill her, that she's tired of suffering. Let me say, this country, no. If you're not that, things are happening. The wife told the husband she's tired of suffering, that the husband to kill her. And the husband had to strangle the wife. The husband pressed the wife's neck and killed her. And the funniest part is the man himself called the police for himself and explained everything that happened. So they sentenced him to 3. Yes, baby. Awful. What did you press? That is an advert. So after the man strangled the wife, he himself had to call the police. He called the police on himself. It's okay, I'll fix it. I'm telling you, it's not easy. Things are happening in this country. So that's the little news that I really wanted us to share. I wanted us to talk about it. The rate of suicide in the society, especially Japan. No, normally as human things might be hard. You might be feeling like giving up, but taking your own life, I think, is not the best. Taking your own life is not the best, or killing another person is not the best. There are a lot of ways that we can. Things are really